going on, everyone? Back here to do my 2025 National Sports Collectors Convention recap. I figured I'd do the camera this way for just a second and kind of give you my thoughts on the National. And I'm talking really low and kind of look like I just haven't slept because kind of feel like I haven't since I got back. Just a lot going on and my kids are still sleeping, so trying to keep the volume down so they still sleep, right? I think a lot of us can identify with that. Anyway, 2025 National. Great time. I had a blast. Not a lot to complain about this year because I feel like in years past, since I've been returning to the National, which was 2023, I've been going since 2015. I missed 2019. There was none in 2020. I missed 21 and 22. But ever since I had gone to everyone before, so 15, 16, 17, 18. Now I've gone to 23, 24, and then this year. Had a great time though. Roommates and I got an Airbnb just about 10 minutes away from the convention center, which was totally fine. Big Scott 35, shout out to him. He drove, so he was able to, take people who were ready to go in the morning, and then if others weren't ready, they would just Uber over, and it was never really an issue. So I really had a good time getting over there. No problems at all. So there's something to be said for that. I mean, that was super helpful to be able to, just be outside Rosemont, 10 minutes away. Really wasn't bad. And it was across from a nice park setting with like a lake on it. We actually went over there. If you guys watched my previous video, did a break over there. But yeah, we had a great time, and it's always fun to hang out with those guys and kind of catch up and just talk cards, open packs, show what we picked up throughout the day. Go out to eat. It was just a really good time, and it's now the third consecutive year that we've all done it. We actually went ahead and just rebooked the same Airbnb for next year already because don't want to miss out. Obviously this show is not getting smaller, and with the amount of people coming in and out of there all the time, it's just, you need a place to stay. So we went ahead and just did that again. We'll probably do it again for 27 as well. And obviously in 28 we'll be in a different location. Don't know much about it. I just know, I know it's in Detroit, but I know the area down there seems to be, from what I've read and from what I've heard just from other videos, I think it's a fine location. Plenty of people have said they've been to conventions there and been in and out of there, no problem. I know it's pretty close to Comerica Park. I think it's only, if I did the calculating right, I think it was only like 0.7 of a mile away, so that should be a good time. Definitely check out a game or two since it's so close. And yeah, that'll be cool to go to a different location, a different venue. I've been to Michigan before, not to Detroit, but the Upper Peninsula, so that obviously is a beautiful area up that way. I think, like with any big city, just stay away from areas you're not familiar with. And I think where this convention center is and where the National is going to be totally fine. Anything else I wanted just to touch on? The National is it's growing. The show itself is massive. The one at the Donald E. Stephens Convention Center is beyond overwhelming. I don't even know if there's a word to describe it. You will not get through that. You might get through it in one day if you're just quick about it. But if you're looking at stuff, it takes a while. The corporate presence is ever growing. That's not going to go away, guys. I don't think I'm saying anything that's profound here, but it's not going to go away. So either lean into it and deal with it, or just don't go to the National, because it's definitely there. Sorry, one second, I get some coffee. But I would just say, if you've never been, obviously it's something that you should try to get to, even if it's just for a day. It's really an experience. You're not going to, in terms of deals, I will say most dealers, from what I glanced at, were pretty overpriced. I mean, let's be real. But as the show went on and as days went on, you could see that things were starting to change a little bit. I did find some, I would go up to a table, look at a card that I was interested in, walk away, because I try not to just like sit there. And I mean, I know some people do and don't care, and that's fine, but that's just not my personality. So I just try to give them space, walk away, look up the card I'm interested in, come back if I'm gonna make an offer and do something like that. But I would walk away, and most of the time the comps that I was seeing, the dealers were just way overpriced. The hunting through the value boxes is where you're going to find your deals. Stuff gets thrown in there, they don't realize what it is sometimes, and you can really take advantage of the fact that if they're looking to move a lot, you can just say, okay, I got this big stack, will you do XYZ for it? And a lot of times they're willing to do that, to move some bulk. So anyway, I don't want to get into too much more of the stuff like that. I want to show you guys the pickups that I had. I was gifted a few things too, so I want to show those, and then we'll just kind of go from there. So I think I'll flip the camera around for this, and I'll show you guys what I grabbed. There was a lot of bargain box hunting for me. I don't have an unlimited budget, as you guys know, but it wasn't like, I was able to spend what I thought was a reasonable amount, and got what I wanted. So I did not come home with the Eli Manning 2004 SP Authentic Patch Auto, though. There was one there. It was the gold version, though, to 25, and I just wasn't able to justify in my head spending that kind of money on that card. Anyway, whatever. I'm going to flip the camera around. I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the pickups of the show. I would just ignore the sticker price on most of these things. I don't think that there was any time that I actually paid what there were on there, but there were stickers on some of these. So let's just start off with this. Torii Hunter. Tribute Auto. On-card autograph to 150. So probably the blue. I could tell from the blue there. I won't get into too much of it, but thought this was a great buy for a guy who, honestly, fringe Hall of Famer in my opinion. So that was cool. Just roll through some of this stuff. Chin-Ming Wang for the Yanks PC. I thought this was a cool Pujols gold. Just look on the back there. If you can see it there, it just says 500 homers, so that's him there. This David Wells, this is kind of cool, platinum team. Thought that had a nice shine to it. Picked up a few Topps blacks. Max Scherzer. This was sitting in a case, and I actually don't know if they knew it was the Atomic, because this card raw does about this, but the PSA 10 of this card, I'm sorry, this card raw I think does about 75, and the PSA 10 of this card, there have been sales almost to 500, so I took a stab at that, and I don't believe that they knew that it was the Atomic, in my opinion. Aaron Judge gold, that was cheap. This was gifted to me by none other than Mr. Josh Reynolds, J Spartan 98, so shout out to Josh for the gift. I appreciate it, my man. Sorry we didn't get to hang out longer. And we'll get that beer next year, my friend, if you watch this video. Cool Mattingly here. Picked up that. Looked really nice, in my opinion. And, this is this is kind of one of the running jokes of the Airbnb. Bought a Mega at Target, I think it was the second night we were there, and pulled this Lindor Black Crackle to 10. And that was we were cracking up about the parallel name, Black Crackle. This was a gift from Mr. Ed Wesker Griff. He gifted everyone a Topps Black in the Airbnb, and this is Tony Womack, numbered on the back there at a 54. If you guys don't know the history with me and Tony Womack, go back and find, I think, Mike O's video from the National 2016. You can just look up, I think it's like Dave and Adams packs or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's from. These are sitting in like a $1 box, so I just think these are really cool. At a 2250, they're like the radiance, and it's got that nice shine to it, kind of like a refractor. So anyway, David Cone, Bernie Williams, you got the Warrior right there, Paul O'Neill. Picked up this Halliday rookie, just sitting in the box, thought was cool. And just something I'm doing lately is trying to find color matches on stuff. I thought this Hosmer was pretty neat for what it was. So I grabbed that. Again, these are all just value box finds. Ohtani, kind of the red match there with the Angels. Jeter rookie, another Jeter rookie. They picked up this Hot Glove, Donnie Baseball. Dominguez, Bowman Chrome Sapphire, just his base rookie, but the Bowman Chrome Sapphires are filthy. Cheap Steven Matz to 50. Anytime I can find a gold or any type of gold variation refractor, like whether it's speckle or wave, for under $5, I'm going to grab it. Pete Rose for the Pete Rose run. Here's another one of those Radiants. That's Mariano. Ripken, 84. Gwynn, 84. Rose, 84. So for those guys, runs of Donruss, Topps, all those old sets that I'm trying to do. Blu-ray Wave of Teoscar. Thought was cool. I liked this Alex. Is that a 50? Yeah, it's at a 50 on the back there. This Orange Wave, a Bieber, now on the Blue Jays, and a Soto rookie. So I had a lot of fun going through boxes. It wasn't the easiest, but if you can get in there, you can make it work. Judge prospect, cheap home field advantage. I think this was like $10. Jordan Lawler. Here's another Topps Black, which was really cheap. Blake Snell. Garrett Cole Topps Black. The Cole and the Wheeler were from the same dealer, so I grabbed those. Cheap Aaron Nola here. Always loved these, so picked up this Edgardo Alfonso. I'll probably just throw this in my eBay store, but it was neat. Lou Gehrig from Platinum Anniversary. Those are out of 25. Sabathia here. Stanton. This is not a Topps Black. This is the Walmart version. I think this might have been. Oh, sorry. This was gift. Here's a bunch of stuff that was gifted to me. I believe from Big Scott 35. Sorry, buddy. Trying to differentiate stuff that I was gifted and bought here. So this Volpe pro debut, top of the class Volpe. Here's another Volpe stat tracker. And then there's some more here. First Bowman, little mini Ginter. Grabbed this he gave me this home run challenge card, which is really cool. Stanton at an 86. There's a Nick Johnson. This is a Topps Gold at a 2003. Black parallel of Granderson. These are short printed, I believe. 150 on the blue from Bowman. Pink parallel from Stadium Club, didn't have that. And Own the Game, we got an Aaron Judge. 2018 Topps Gold Stanton, and this one's from opening day. It's like the blue parallel. Flagship Stanton. Here's a Jeter at a black diamond, and Trevor Bauer rookie. A few more here from Big Scott. The All Rise, I believe. I think so. If not, my bad. I believe, or maybe Dave might have grabbed me this and this Garrett Cole. That's really terrible that I didn't put a differentiation on that. Who gave me what? I'm sorry, guys. That's in my opinion, that's not acceptable. And then I don't remember who gave me the All Chrome Team LT or this Teixeira purple. So sorry again, guys. I got this stuff all mixed up. I thought I had it straight, but apparently I did not. All right, here's a couple more from the value boxes. Had to grab this Bryce Terang. Maybe one day in a video I'll show why I'm kind of PCing him a little bit. I thought this Helton was really cool. Shane McClanahan. This is, again, these are all dollar box finds. Clark Schmidt. Johnny Damon, top prospect. Had to grab that. A few Ohtanis here that I snagged, which were cheap, just buck, $1. There's a Judge. That was in the box too. This A-Rod and this Bryce Harper. So all just, again, dollar box or value box finds. All right, here's some more I'll show. Again, sorry for the volume being so low, but let me just move this stack of cards. Don't want to wake my kids up. Ohtani, Jung-Hoo Lee, parallel, Pete Alonso, purple, Shohei. So a bunch of Shoheis, Judge, Albert Pujols, another cool Pujols. These are all dollar box finds. Trey Turner, I think Big Scott grabbed me this. This one's at a $2.99. This is, looks like it is the Topps black parallel, but it's the, if you look here, it's the All-Star game. So those are at a $2.99. Another Shohei. And then I think this was another stack here of Shohei. This one was cool though. Even though not a color match, the color works well with the pink. Another Shohei. Dalton Varsho, Topps black, and Dylan Lee. Those are both Big Scott purchases for me. Shohei, 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 and Shohei. All right, getting to the end here. As you guys can see, wasn't really like a ton of large purchases. I thought this one was cool. Really like the way that card looks. It's the All-Star Game parallel. Well, no, not parallel, but like, well, it is. There's 2 of 5. If you guys don't really remember how that works, but it's like a little mini subset. That one's cool. I grabbed this because I just like these promotional cards. It's very cool. Griffey right there from '96. This was sitting in a value box. These are case hits. So I grabbed that. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the gold minted. This was a gift from Mike O. I thought this was really cool. Allie Reynolds. And then, oh wait, here we go. A couple other purchases over here. Grabbed this card in a 7 because it had like a $40 sticker on it, but then it said like 20 or no, 50% off. So I think I paid like under 20 bucks for this card, which is pretty much what it's worth, I think. But it was already in a slab, old PSA holder. I didn't have the card. I figured it's a good buy. Bought a couple Acuñas from Ed Wesker Griff. He was looking to move them. Got this Ronald Acuña Jr. update in a PSA 10 and this update pink refractor of the rookie debut in a PSA 10. Hold on one sec. Forgot about one thing that I did also buy from Ed. He was looking to move this Willie Mays autograph from Perez Steel in an SGC authentic holder. Got a great deal on that from Ed. Probably going to send this in to get reholdered somewhere. Not sure where yet. Dave also grabbed this for me. Thought was really cool. They had a bunch of these like $100 bills, like gold, and has the Justice League on the back. Really awesome. It's got Wonder Woman on the front. Put that over there. This was one other gift from Big Scott 35. I thought this was really cool. This is the 2010 Topps Chrome Refractor of Stanton. But of course, you know, leave it to PSA to not do the label right. If you look on any other of these, it's actually there was a wrapper redemption, and this was the redemption. So I could send this in to get reholdered. The label is wrong. It should say wrapper redemption because the base refractor is the one with him standing with the bat. That's like, or whole, yeah, for sure. This is definitely the wrapper redemption. So that's mislabeled, but shout out to Big Scott for the gift. Really appreciate that, my friend. And I'll just show you. This is like the last. This is the last. This was the last purchase, and it was probably my biggest because I really didn't find any massive cards I was looking to get at this show. Still had a great time picking up all this stuff. It was really cheap and fun. So I grabbed the Manning SPX Did not have a copy of this card. I actually bought it the first day, and as you can see there, the numbering's at a 375. Has got that nice little patch in there. This is a rookie auto. Actually, Brad 8671, shout out to him. He was standing there with me, and we kind of looked at it together. This card's clean. I mean, there's not a whole lot. You usually get the chipping along this border here. Sometimes maybe on the back here. There's none of that really going on. There was a little, I think a little white in this corner. Maybe it was that one. I can't really remember, but it's a clean card. I'll probably send this in to get graded at some point. But yeah, that is a wrap on what I picked up at the 2025 National. I'll turn the camera back around really quick and give you guys my final thoughts. So yeah, that's it, guys. Some final thoughts while I wrap up this this recap here. Something I always set out to do at the show and at the Airbnb is try to do these daily recaps, and I personally am so tired by the end of the day. I just don't have it in me. But shout out to like Myco, Ed, Wesker Griff, Dave, Hitman 23. They were all doing their daily recaps, and I'd like to. That's just one of my goals for next year. Is I'd like to do the daily recaps next year. Even if I don't get anything, just show you kind of, or tell you kind of what I saw or observed at the show that day, and yeah, go from there. So anyway, without me rambling further on about this, the 2025 National has come and gone. It's crazy for me to actually speak that into existence. I just can't believe where the time's going. I can't believe where the summer's going. Before I know it, my kids will be back in school, and then one is actually starting kindergarten in the fall at the same school that my oldest daughter goes to. So just going to be like a lot of things going on between now and then. Plans and things for the future. I'd like to get down to the Philly show. I don't know if that's going to happen in September. It may. It may if I can make it work. If not, maybe December. If not, maybe March. I'm thinking about going to the Dallas Card Show, and maybe spend some time with Dave down there in the spring. Myco and I had kind of talked about that, maybe going down to see Dave and checking out that show because I would like to. And yeah, I have kind of a larger announcement that I will probably do a separate video on, and I feel like I at least owe people that view my channel. I feel like I at least owe you that video. Because I'd like to be 100% transparent of where I'm going kind of as a collector and what I'm doing in the hobby space. So stay tuned for that. It's not anything major. It's just, I just want people to know what I'm doing. And that's it. That's all I got. That's a wrap on 2025, the National. I will see you guys next year. Same place, 2026, same Airbnb. And can't wait. It'll come pretty fast before you know it, which is crazy to say because it just feels like Cleveland was just here. But anyway, guys, I'm rambling at this point. I'll let you go. Take it easy.